Double Agent is a capstone game being put together by Christopher Major and myself, Eric Mazza. Chris has taken on the hefty task of programming our AI, doing networking, and designing our animation systems. I have been developing gameplay mechanics, networking, and our UI. We also have brought together a rather large team of an animator, a UI concept artist, a regular concept artist, a texture artist, 2 3D modelers, and a few voice actors.
We started working on the idea for the game back in the first month of our third semester. To give a brief sum of the idea, Double Agent is a multiplayer co-op stealth-based spy simulator that heavily focuses on using equipment and environmental strategy to complete tasks without being caught by the robust and intelligent AI.
For this project, we've decided to focus on only a single level so that we can put as much time and effort into the gameplay mechanics as possible. The core loop for our game consists of receiving a mission with a specific task to fulfill, selecting the equipment that the player believes will assist them, and trying to complete the mission objective before being terminated by an enemy. In terms of networking, this semester we've accomplished a lot. We have a lot of things functioning over a multiplayer connection. When the player first loads up into the game, they can open up a drop-down list to invite friends from their Steam friends list. From there, the players are loaded into an item select screen where they can choose their equipment loadouts, and then those loadouts are actually saved and applied to their inventories in the level. The players are able to see when another player drops or picks up an item, and they're also both able to see when an enemy is spawned as backup on runtime. We also have a synced up pause menu between players, and a synced up death as well. If one player dies, it's game over for both of them. We have also implemented a notification system that works for local and global notifications. So in other words, we can choose if a notification is sent out to all players or just the local client that triggered it.
For AI, I've completely refactored our NPC framework to C++ instead of Blueprints, so that it's much more efficient, saves on CPU cycles, and it gives me better debug tools. I've also restructured the architecture to allow separation between enemy AI and neutral AI. We've added a whole new finite state machine framework, which has low overhead, is more efficient, and is a better choice for our new basic AI type. This differs from our staff AI, which uses decision trees for their behavior. Civilians are responsible for a lot less than the staff AI, which is why they only need a basic state machine to dictate their actions. Currently, all the civilian can do right now is cower and flee, with 2 more states planned but not yet implemented. This basic NPC framework will allow us to have a lot more civilians in the level, which allows the party at the mansion to feel a lot more lively. We've also added a new AI type this semester known as the Butler. He is responsible for being a massive obstacle to the player and is the main antagonist of the mansion level. Creating this NPC was rather easy thanks to our well thought out framework.
For engines, we've also managed to get quite a bit done. We have UI elements implemented for many aspects of our game, like our main menu, pause menu, item select menu, as well as overlaid UI like our health UI, our context menu, our notification system, and the inventory system, which can also be dragged around the screen and repositioned. As you may guess from their names, these systems are imperative for our gameplay purposes, like allowing the player to track and use the equipment that they've acquired, or making sure that they're not about to die, as well as notifying the player if they've done something wrong or if they're missing something in order to complete a certain action. We've also started implementing some basic sound into the game, like footsteps and gunshots. These help the game feel a lot less empty and also allows the player to more easily track where the enemies might be. We have gotten a lot accomplished over the duration of this semester, and we still have a lot more planned to have finished in the next semester. If you would like to check out a playable demo of our game, you can do so at the link in the description provided.